Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Monotheism. And what is monotheism? Don't you know many people will be devoured, will be settled in a hellfire just by denying the monotheism of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or ignorant. The monotheism of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the prime, is the basic principle of Islamic practice. And it is obligatory and it's compulsory for every Muslim to be called as a Muslim, to submit himself as a Muslim, must believe and accept the monotheism of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because by accepting the monotheism of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you won't go somewhere else. You won't seek help from others. Just assuring your belief. You get the position of certainty in your face. So, monotheism, belief in monotheism of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the basic practice of your iman as a Muslim. To be a Muslim, you must 100% believe Allah is the one. That's from you. And from others, all 124,000 prophets, who had a mission from Allah. Their first mission was to pass the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What's the message? Was the monotheism of Allah. To proclaim people that Allah is the one, God is the one, and don't have any association. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Oh Prophet, say Allah is the one. Even most people is claiming Allah is manifested from other Allah. Allah has got a son. Allah is generated from other lights. Allah is manifestation. Allah is all different development, all different sort of matter. This is called deviation toward the people who is deviated. Even a Muslim, as a Muslim, if you really strongly don't believe, even your mind is, if it is your mind mixed up your things, you're in doubt of the monotheism of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you may reclaim your heart or count it yourself. Otherwise, you will be called as a polytheism. Polytheism who believes God has got a partner. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a pure perfection. Allah is a pure perfection. Unique. That empowering uniquely, justly everything. Who's organized very uniquely disciplined, who is organized, really uniquely disciplined. So believing the monotheism of Allah, you ensuring your heart, you securing your heart that there is only one Allah. I've got only one Lord, and He is look after me. That's the basic practice. Even to others, even to come all the prophets' message was to preach the monotheism of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But if you are in doubt, your heart has got a big mark, whether you doubt whether Allah is one or not, how the Allah came into form, how does Allah exist, question yourself. It means you're not yet reached the position of certainty. You're not yet reached the monotheism of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You must understand all. And appreciate and believe, act and understand the monotheism of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It means the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the nature of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. His belief is most important. We've got two things, mind and act. You must have a belief, a mind, a precise mind in order to act. If you don't believe in God precisely, then you pray or fast, go into pilgrim, or do other good doors. Your good doors, your good deeds, unlikely to be accepted because the basic of your practice of belief is not right. First you must correct, you must assure, you must certain your basic belief, then act. If someone don't believe in God but they're doing good deeds, or they're going to paradise or hell, surely the Quran has got a precise position within this question. First, belief is very the key important for everyone. You must believe in God. Your belief 100% has to be secured. Then you have to act. If you're in doubt, whatever you do, your act won't be accepted, won't be counted. Whatever you encounter in your life, whatever you encounter, face, but all has to be based, but has to have a very unique correlation linked with the monotheism of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are many verses, multiple verses in the Quran that Allah emphasized to His monotheism. And His monotheism of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala manifested, reflected His power, His purity, His perfection, His almighty, His omnipotence, His honor,